Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be trying something new. This is a game that I've played a couple times before, but I absolutely love. This is actually probably, I would say, one of my favorite classic RPG Maker games. We're going to be playing through Villnoire by Little Wing Guy. So yeah, I've played this game several times, but I absolutely love it. I wanted to return to it, and I think that... yeah, I think it's worth exploring on the Let's Play channel. So I don't want to say too much about this game. I just kind of want to jump into it and let you experience it, kind of fresh. So yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let's just jump into it and let's see what Villnoire has to offer us. Ha! Did you look at that? A hole in the ground opened right up where she was standing. Oh no! It's so dark down there I can't even see her. What do we do if she's injured? Nothing. If she hadn't fallen through on her own, I would have pushed her anyway. It's not like she can call anyone for help. She's a mute, remember? It must be the ground of all depths down there. It's really dangerous, even for an adult. We have to tell someone back at the village. No way! I'm sick of her walking around Granville like she owns it. I bet the reason she doesn't speak to anyone is because she thinks she's better than us. But I thought we were just going to scare her. I don't know about this, Jenna. This seems wrong. What was that? Did you say you wanted to join Amelia down there? I didn't realize you had such a soft spot for her. What? No, I don't. I was just messing around. Let's just get out of here before anyone sees us. I don't want to get in trouble. Make your way through the ground of all depths. So this game has absolutely gorgeous mapping and has actually done a lot to inspire my own games. There's certain things that I got really inspired by in Villnoire. One of them is the way that character portraits appear in text boxes. Another is the way that enemies chase you. What do we have? We got a throwing knife, a padded guard. Nothing else really. Shadow, snare, and starshine. Low dark faith damage on one foe that inflicts choke, and low holy faith damage on one foe inflicts dazzle. Okay. Level 13. Okay. Position doesn't really look like it matters here. We'll set the ATB to wait. But yeah, got really inspired by how enemies interact with you in dungeons, how the character portraits appear in text boxes, as well as just the level of detail in the mapping and the way that characters interact in cutscenes. This game is absolutely gorgeous. So we're definitely gonna explore a little bit here. So I like these save points. So it shows where we are, treasure completion incomplete, party change and ability board are both unavailable, but we can save. I have a couple saves here, but we'll save into slot 3. Alright. Spider, okay. Let's just try our throwing knife. 13 damage, not bad. It's been a while since I've played this, so some things are gonna... I may be a little rusty on. Okay, these spiders are a little beefier than I remember. They've got quite a bit of health. Okay. Ooh, and every victory should be cherished. Small tonic. So the music is by... I believe it's Clayton Stroop is his name. And I believe it's actually original music designed specifically for this game. And honestly, I will sometimes just sit and listen to the soundtrack while I'm working on my own games because it's gorgeous music. An angel feather. Angel feather? Angel feather. Okay, there we go. Revives fallen ally, okay. Zombies. Okay, so the dark text to their name means that they are weak to holy damage. There we go, nice. Great, okay. I will put a link in the description as well to where the game can be found, although I actually don't know if... I actually don't know where you can find it. I'll have to look that up before I upload this, because I downloaded this from rpgmaker.net, found all the chests in Ground Level Depths, and you obtained a phoenix feather for it. That's something that I think is really cool, is that it keeps track of how many chests you found in an area, and if you find all of them, you get a little bonus reward. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I downloaded this game from RMN, which is no longer up. That website is down. So I'm going to have to see if this game's available on itch or Steam or something like that. Okay. I also like how they put these clear save points at critical places so that it's like, oh, that may indicate there may be something up ahead that you'll want to be prepared for. Very good game language, good communication to the player. Ugh. Who's there? Kyra, is that you? No, how could it be? It's just a little girl. Whoever you are, this is a dangerous place. Uh-huh. Can't you hear me? Okay. Let's start by trying to take out the dark one. Dazzle, I think, blinds enemies. Okay, but that one... Huh, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I meant to do at all. I actually don't know if you're supposed to win this fight. I don't think you are, but I know it's possible to. Try Starshine again. Oh, shoot. Ah! Well, I'm definitely not going to win at that rate. Okay, big tonic, there we go. Restore our health. I don't actually know if we keep our items after this point, so we'll just use whatever we have. Okay, one more time. There we go. We actually probably should take out the holy one first, because it's the one dealing the most damage to us. Ouch. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. Small tonic. I wonder if we could use that feather to bring up Lukas. Oh, you know what? Let's try it. Nice. Okay, cool. He does not look very good right now, though. Oh, okay, well, didn't matter. A little exhausted by the looks of things. Yeah. It's so dark and so cold. I can't see anything. Maybe this is it. Maybe I'm dead. That's what I deserve. No, silly. You're not dead. Huh? Another girl. What are you doing down here? Who are you? Me? Well, I'm the girl who didn't get a name. What? The girl who didn't get a name? That doesn't make any sense. What an odd thing to say. Wait, please, don't go. Find out how to get back home to Granville. Okay. Oh, Amelia. Thank goodness you're awake. You had me so worried. First you went missing from the village, then you were found unconscious in the Granville depths. How many times have I told you not to go down there? It's thanks to this man that you're even alive. It was lucky he came across you if he wasn't already looking for his friend down there. I dread to think. It is good to see you walking about, Amelia. I hope you are feeling well. My name is Bryce. I do not mean to rush you, but I was hoping I could ask you something important. In the Granville depths, what exactly happened to the man you found? Did you see anything, or more specifically, anyone else down there? Amelia won't be able to tell you anything. Perhaps I should have explained, but Amelia is a mute. She hasn't spoken or written a word in years. Oh, I understand. So you will not be able to tell me what you saw down there. That does not matter much right now. All that matters is that you saved my friend Lukas by holding off all those beasts until I arrived. That is incredibly brave for one so young. I'm truly in your debt. Lukas still needs a bit more time to rest. Your grandfather says he can stay here until he has regained his strength. I would feel a lot better if I knew you were looking after him too. I take it that smile means you agree. You have my gratitude, young Amelia. Not at all. We're the ones that owe you. As we agreed earlier, your friend Lukas can stay here until he's back on his feet. But you are going to mention the Inker soldiers, I presume. It is true there are soldiers here in Granville because of us. I cannot deny that I have put you both at risk. That is why I must go. I will lead them away from here, away from your family. I will not let them find Lukas, and I certainly will not let them hurt anyone here either. I know it is a poor excuse, but I do not have enough time to explain all the details. We came here on behalf of a man named Rayson, someone whom I hope you remember. I see. Lukas will be in safe hands. You saved Amelia and carried her all the way to Granville. It's the least I can do. Besides, if you truly know Rayson, then you're clearly here for a good reason. I'll leave it at that for now. Good luck to you, Bryce. I like how every character kind of has their own different way of talking and communicating. Whether it's Bryce, he's very kind of stiff and formal, doesn't use a lot of contractions. Amelia's totally mute. Lukas is a bit more self-deprecating and soft-spoken. And yeah, every character's kind of got their own little unique form of dialect, which I really appreciate that touch. Oh, one final request, if I may. When Lukas awakes, please inform him I will look after Kyra. Like right there, he could have said, I'll look after Kyra, but he says, I will look after Kyra. Like he doesn't really use contractions, he just speaks in a very stiff and formal way, but it gives him a lot of personality, I think. He will understand my intentions. Please take care of yourselves until the soldiers have left. A druid like Amelia is not safe while they prowl the streets. Farewell, both of you. You gave me quite a scare, young lady. I'm not angry with you, I'm glad you're okay. Please, just promise me you won't go down there again. Now, if you're going to take care of the man you found in the Granville depths, we're going to need some medicine. If we're not careful, his wound could become infected. I'm going to need to stay here myself to keep a close eye on his condition. If you're feeling up to it, I'll need you to get some medicine from Lilith as soon as you can. Obtain a medicine request. You might have heard Bryce mention some soldiers in the village. They're from a place far away called Inka, a place where druids live like us are feared. If Bryce is true to his word, then he will lead them away. Until then, don't approach them or give them any reason to search this house. I mean it, young lady. We've never had people like them in Granville before. Just get the medicine from Lilith and come straight back. No detours in the depths this time. I'm noticing something as well in the text boxes that I have implemented in all of my other games, because I do think it really helps with the pacing of the cutscenes and the dialogue, which is that after every sentence, You don't seem to be able to open this right now. Like, after every sentence in a text box, after every line, the text stops until you interact. Like this. He's still unconscious, but he's over the worst of it, I believe. And then you interact, and then the next line displays. Once we get some medicine, that will help clear any infection. If Lilith is home, then she should be in the house, closest to the exit to Granville, but of course you already knew that. So it's like, it kind of makes it so that it breaks up each individual line, and it forces the player to actually read each line and read it as though the character is saying it. And I really like that touch. I think that's a great game design aspect, and it's simple enough to do in RPG Maker. You literally just put, I think it's a backslash and then an exclamation mark in a text box, and it will stop the text and wait for player input. Travis. Amelia! I was hoping to see you. About what happened before, I didn't mean for you to get hurt. I'm really sorry. I was on my way to tell your grandfather everything that happened, I swear. But then I saw all these soldiers and I got a bit scared. I promise I won't hang out with Jenna again. Jerk. Aw. Why would they do such a thing? They knocked the snowman over. I'll take a look inside a couple different places, but we'll try to ignore the soldiers. Oh, Amelia, I heard you had a nasty accident down in the Granville depths. It's good to see you up and walking about. What's that you've got there? A medicine request. Sorry, Amelia, but we're all out. Those Inca soldiers took all my stock, and they didn't even give me a single frost for it. There's something odd about this rocking horse. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, we'll maybe revisit that. Yeah, I think I remember what that is. Why do I have to be stuck with the troop that gets sent to the coldest place in Villnoire? No one in their right mind would be hiding out here. It's a waste of time searching Granville. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's the only problem with the text box thing, is that if you accidentally trigger a text box twice, or if you have to watch a cutscene again, there's no way to fast forward through it. So implementing something like that definitely helps, but yeah. I like to think myself lucky I wasn't stationed at Heimhold. Didn't you hear? Someone killed almost the entire brigade last week. I'd rather be cold than dead. Most of the other soldiers are complaining about coming here, but honestly, I quite like it. I've never even seen snow before. You're lucky to live a peaceful life away from the world. Not every soldier's bad, I guess. Ah, Amelia, my dear, is that you? I heard in town that you had an accident in the Granville depths. I'm happy to see you're safe and sound again. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on, isn't there? I wonder what all these Inca soldiers are really looking for. I suppose we have nothing to worry about. There are no Druids in this village. Oh, what's that you have there? Is that a medicine request? I hope your grandfather hasn't fallen ill. Let me just get some for you. Here you are. Please, give your grandfather love from me, and make sure you stay away from those nasty Inca soldiers on your way back home. Ugh, mind where you're going, you stupid child. Don't you realize who I am? Not that I should expect some Granville hick to know anything about the great Inca army. I'm Adre, the one who decides what happens to this little village. Well, am I talking to myself here? Speak up, child. I hope the cat's got your tongue, otherwise I'll have no problem cutting it out myself. Adre, sir. Bryce has been spotted trying to escape through the Granville depths. We have a number of soldiers chasing him as we speak. What? Only Bryce has been spotted? We have intel that Lukas and the rest of those Druid scum should be travelling with him. No matter. We'll catch Bryce and make him squeal like a pig. Now get going, soldier. If he escapes our grasp again, you'll take his place in the dungeon. Now get out of my way, you insolent brat. Don't think I'm going to forget your face, little girl. If I ever come back to this freezing waste of a village, you won't be so lucky. Jerk. Ah, Amelia. Thank goodness you're back so soon. I hope you didn't get any trouble from those Inca soldiers. I looked outside and thought I saw them leaving. I can't quite believe it, but somehow the man you found in the Granaval depths is already awake. I've just been telling him all about you. So it wasn't all a dream. You really did save me. I've seen your face again. I remember it all. Amelia, right? I'm sorry you got involved, but I probably wouldn't be here if not for you. You could say that. The way Bryce told it, she put her life on the line to save yours. Amelia might be a druid, but fighting off beasts in the Granaval depths is no small feat. I have to admit, you're very lucky to be alive. If it wasn't for Amelia, well, none of the other villagers can fight off that many beasts, let me put it that way. You spoke to Bryce? So he's alive. Thank God for that. Where is he? Is he injured as well? You looked completely fine. In fact, it was Bryce who carried you and Amelia all the way safely back to Granaval. However, he's already left the village. There were too many Inca soldiers around looking for you. He's drawn them away from here. I see. Well, I shouldn't be surprised at that. That's typical Bryce for you, always playing the selfless role. Thank you, both of you. You've done enough, more than a stranger could ever ask for. I don't want to put either of you in any more danger. I have to get out of here. Just what do you think you're doing? With injuries like that, you're lucky to be alive. You can't just jump out of bed and carry on with your day. We haven't put ourselves at risk just so you can keel over in the streets. I've promised Bryce we will look after you, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to get so involved. Even if the Inca soldiers have left like you say, there's no guarantee they won't come back and find me. If it's Druids are after, then Amelia and I are in plenty of danger regardless of you being here. If your friend keeps them away, then here is the safest place to be. You really are exactly how I thought you would be. You're just as stubborn as Raisin is. I'd probably laugh if it didn't hurt so much. Your friend Bryce has also mentioned Raisin, but he didn't have enough time to explain. Just how is it you know him? Why have you come to Granaval in the first place? And how did you end up in the Granaval depths on your own with a wound like that? If it was the Inca army, then you wouldn't be alive right now. I know that much at least. That's a lot to explain. So much has happened in such a short amount of time, I'm not even sure I believe some of it. I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, start at the beginning then. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you're not exactly going anywhere for quite a while. Besides, Amelia may be a girl... Blah. Besides, Amelia may be a girl that doesn't like to talk, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like to listen. She's very fond of her stories. Story. You make it sound pleasant, but this isn't the kind of happy story you tell your children. That's the only story I've got, I suppose. Fine. I'll tell you everything. If it's all I can do to repay you, you should at least know the kind of man you've agreed to look after. You might not like what you hear. This all started because of a girl. A girl who couldn't tell me the truth. A girl whose lies I shouldn't have believed. I'll take you back to the first day I met her. What on Villnoire was that? Someone actually knocking on my front door? Surely I must be hearing things. I didn't know anyone in Palmira village knew where my home was. The only person who knows that is Mayor Brandt, and he has more sense than to come here unannounced. Alright, let's go answer the door and then we'll come back here and explore a bit. Oh, hello. I was beginning to think you were never going to answer the door. I'm looking for someone called Lukas Steed. Have I got the right address? Well, I nearly didn't answer. I'm Lukas, but I don't normally get visitors out this way. It's private property in case you haven't seen the numerous signs. I don't recognize your face from Palmira village either. You're not from around here, clearly. Who are you, and what are you doing here? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I should have introduced myself first. My name is Vivian. No one mentioned that this was private property. Besides, I was requested to come find you. I'm just visiting Palmira village at the moment. I plan to explore the whole island, actually. It's a beautiful place. When I told the mayor I was heading this way, he asked me to give you this. What's this, a letter from Mayor Brandt? He really told you to come here to my private home and hand-deliver this to me? Sorry, but you're gonna have to take this back. Whatever it says, I'm not particularly interested. You've wasted your time coming here. Listen, I was just doing a favor for the mayor. I think it's better if I don't get involved in whatever kind of squabble you guys have going on. I'm heading back to Palmira village myself now anyway. You're welcome to tag along if you like. Maybe it's better if you speak to him yourself. I could use the company. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. It's a complicated situation. Nothing personal, but I think it's best if you're on your way now. Like I said, I don't want to get involved in your private affairs. I'm sorry to have bothered you. At least I can finally put a face to the name. What did she say before she walked off? At least I can finally put a face to the name? What a weird thing to say. I wonder what Mayor Brandt said to her about me. Why am I letting this bother me so much? I should just burn this letter right now without even reading it. Uh-huh. The letter's completely blank. Who in their right mind would send someone this? Must be yet another one of his stupid games. Surely that girl wouldn't have fiddled with the letter, but then why would the mayor send a blank page and give it to her? Does he really think this will achieve anything? If Mayor Brandt wants to play games with me, then so be it. It's clear he hasn't changed. Let's see what he has to say for himself this time. Maybe that girl does know something too. If she's heading to the village, then she must be going through Palmira Woods first. I can probably catch up with her if I leave now. Alright, let's explore a little bit around the cabin before we go. Room seated with warmth on the fire. Cleaning room that should be used more often. Yeah, I would say so. There's a book here called Beloved Rapture. Suppose there's no harm in me taking a quick rest. No, don't bother. Green potion, one of 2 secluded cabin chests. Doesn't look like this plant gets watered often. An empty cup that should have been washed up. Kinda seems like he's not taking good care of himself. Cabinet containing various herbs and spices. The teapot has gone cold and needs to be remade. Kitchen stove, which hasn't been used in a while. Ah, okay, I don't know if you saw that. There's a little sparkle in this plant every now and then. There it is. There appears to be something sparkling there. Obtained a rare bottle. So that's kind of one of the cool things, is that every now and then you'll find these little sparkly spots on maps, which indicate there's like a hidden item you can find there. Empty wooden washing bin. There's one more chest somewhere around here. Wood cutting axe, frequently used by Lukas. There it is. 2 small tonics. And we got some frost for that. Nice. Okay, we will save up here. Okay, and give me a quick second. I just need to take a quick break. And we're back. I just realized, did I accidentally call this guy Lionel? I might have. In fairness, Lionel is at least somewhat inspired by Lukas. Lionel from my own game Thrall. A lot of the inspiration for Lionel does come from Lukas in this game. And I think even the character sprite is basically a higher resolution version of the same one, with some adjustments. The hair color is white, and the armor obviously changes based on your equipment, but yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, one more thing. I really like how, when you go inside, the music gets a little bit quieter. Like, that's such a clever touch. I love that. So it's like, it's kind of softer inside, but then when you step outside, the volume increases a little bit, and it feels a little bit more open, you know? It feels... I love the little attention to detail bits in this game. Even something like how, on the overworld, your sprite shrinks to like a chibi version of it. It's so cool. Okay, Palmira Woods, let's go. Hey, it's Vivian, right? Doesn't look like you've gotten very far. You still heading to Palmira Village? Hello again, I wasn't expecting to see you here. I'm on my way, but I'm just taking in the sights while I'm at it. There aren't many places like this where I'm from. It's so peaceful. What do you mean you don't have woodland where you're from, or what? Sorry. What do you mean, you don't have woodland where you're from or something? That can't be true. Where is this strange place exactly? Oh, well, Casanera originally. Over the years I've lived in a few places, I suppose. I don't leave the town all that much, I guess that's what I meant. Right. Well, I'm happy you can enjoy the mundane sights of Palmira. As long as it's not on my property, you can do whatever you like. Actually, I'm glad I caught you. It's about that letter you gave me from the mayor. It's his handwriting on the envelope, but the letter was a blank piece of paper. Did he say what it was about? Because it doesn't make sense for him to do that, and I don't see any reason why someone would tamper with it. Sorry, I have no idea. He didn't say anything to me about it. Maybe he made a mistake, who knows? Wait a minute, does this mean you tried to read the letter? The one you explicitly stated you were not going to read? Hold on, I'm sorry for laughing, I didn't mean it in a nasty way. Listen, if you're going to Palmira Village to speak to him, then I might as well come with you. I'm heading that way anyway. Besides, there are a few beasts around, it'll be easier if we walk together. Don't you think? Okay, fine. I suppose I don't see any reason why not. But I'd rather not hang around here any longer than we have to. If you're coming, let's go. Great, just one really quick thing before we go. I just wanted to check out this Druid Circle one last time before we set off. I think they're amazing. You do know about Druid Circles, right? Well, yeah, everyone knows about them to some degree. They're just natural phenomenon, an unexplained event. So what's your point? Hundreds of years ago, the Maiden of Palmira, a powerful druid, left them in every location on the world, in defiance to show she wasn't afraid to go where she wasn't welcome. She left part of her power in every circle, and they all still remain to this day. Or so, that's how the story goes, and I choose to believe it. Actually, she's kind of my hero. Okay, that look on your face says you've heard enough from me. But I'm telling you, they're more useful than you think. It's not just druids that can learn abilities from them. Alright, Vivian joined the party. Ability board tutorial. Okay, while standing on a Druid circle, party members can unlock hidden potential in the ability board. Each party member has their own unique board and ability points to use. Each member gains 1 AP upon leveling up that can be freely used on the ability board to learn new abilities. Every ability can be added and removed to spend and refund AP as you wish. By equipping certain combinations of abilities, party members can also learn compound passive skills for as long as the required abilities remain equipped. Okay, we will save real quick. I'm going to put Vivian in the back because she is more of a mage type. And let's see. Let's check out the ability board. So, we have 1 AP. Vivian is a mage that uses dark magic. A druid, I guess I should say. So we'll give her Shadow Snare. It only costs 1. And that's low dark faith damage. And then we'll give Lukas Bright Slice, which is holy weapon damage. And then we'll at least have 1 of each. And that should be good. And there's a chest here. Obtain the Seeker Badge. What does that do? Grants the ability to find hidden world map areas. So let's equip that, and let's actually leave Palmira Woods. I can't remember if there's one outside right away. Doesn't look like it. There's one way over to the left there by the looks of it. But I'm not... I thought there was one, like, right here, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, well, moving on. I think what we'll do is we'll go through Palmira Woods. We'll basically go through everything up until we get to the end of Palmira Village. And then we'll kind of save on the world map outside there. Okay, a Throg. It doesn't look like it has an elemental weakness, so we won't... I didn't mean to auto-fight. That's okay, though, I guess. Oh. Oh, it's just auto-fight for the rest of the battle. Okay, gotta be careful not to touch that again. Green potion was dropped by an enemy. 2 of them. And Vivian is poisoned right now. Got toxic. Cures toxic. Poison ailment on 1 ally. There we go. Okay. And we actually have quite a few of those. What's this? Small tonics. Good. Always good to have some healers. We'll face all the enemies that we can in each area. Aha! Okay. So Lukas attacked the goblet, and Vivian Shadow Snare on one of the puzzles. Holy weaken. Attack boost. Okay. Lukas, just attack that goblet. Attack the puzzle. Hopefully Lukas can outpace the goblet for 1 more hit. Yes. Okay. Oof. That's a hard hit. There we go. Good. All right. Alright, we'll use the Bright Slice on the Treant. And Shadow Snare on the puzzle. Nice. Okay. Let's try Shadow Snare on the goblet. There we go. Nice. Lucid Gel was dropped by an enemy. Vivian gained a level. Was there a... I thought I saw it. Yeah. Lucid Gel there. Nice. Nice. Hidden chest. A Magician Essence. Permanently increase faith by 1 point. Oh, Vivian's got tons. I'm assuming that faith works for those Bright Slash abilities, so I'm going to give that to Lukas. He needs a little bit more. Vivian seems to have lots. I don't think we need to give her too much more. There's a chest over here. Oh, I didn't take out that Treant in 1 hit. Okay. I'm gonna have Lukas focus on the goblet, and Vivian just attack attack the treant, see if she can... Nice. She was able to finish that off. Vivian's taken a bit of a hit, though. Hoping we can take this guy out right now. Good. Lukas gained some AP. Green potions. Okay. How many healers do we have? Not many, but Vivian needs one. I don't have anything that restores SP, though, so I'm gonna have to be a little more conservative with my spell usage. The Goblet I don't want to mess around with, so I will use a spell on it. But then I'm not gonna use any other spells for this battle. And actually, here's what I'll do. Vivian, use a green potion on Lukas. Nice. Got it. So yeah, simple combat, nothing too crazy or complicated, but I like the simplicity of like the two element system. And how it's like, okay, there's light, there's dark, they're weak to each other. And it makes for a very clean and organized system where you have, you know, okay, you've got your light elemental characters, you've got your dark elemental characters, you've got some that are neutral, you've got some that are both. And it really allows for some nice party combinations that, you know, can have a lot of depth or just be fairly straightforward. And it's a very simple but very effective style of combat. Small syrup. Okay, that might be useful. I'm going to save it for now. Once I completely run out of SP, then I'll use one. I don't think we need to fight that one. We'll just kind of ignore it for now. Because, yeah, we just found the last chest in this area, so let's just keep going. Been sent out to the field I've been sent out to find customers all over the island. I don't know why. I mean, Palmira village is the only habitable place here. I'm not going to find anyone. Hold on a second. You're a person. I certainly am. And, okay, I could buy some stuff here, but I don't think there's much that we need. The angel feather could be useful, but I think I kind of want to save my money. We actually probably don't need quite so many green potions, so we'll sell a few of those. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Murky gel, okay. I think we're going to use the syrups now. And let's check the ability board. We have 2 AP right now. Weapon damage on a foe that ignores all defenses. Or dark weapon damage on one foe. I think puncture might be the way to go. Let's go with that. We could kind of see about going with these two to get the toxic immunity, but removes one foe's buffs and status improvements, removes all foes' buffs and status improvements. Those two abilities are not very useful right now, I don't think. So I'd rather go with the abilities, even though I don't get a benefit for it. I could, I suppose, instead of puncture, go with Gloom Gash and then get the Holy Resistance. But we're not really struggling too much right now, so I think we'll go with puncture for the usefulness of the ability. However, in this case, Evil equips low Dark Faith damage on all foes, so it's a target all dark spell. We'll do that, and that'll give us that Holy Resistance. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And we'll save. Phew. Lukas, any chance we can take a quick break? I'm not used to fighting so many beasts. We're on the outskirts of Palmira village now. There's no point in stopping here. You can rest at the inn. I assume that's where you've been staying so far. I'm not asking for much. Come on, unless you want to carry me the rest of the way, I'm just gonna need 5 minutes. That's all I ask. What about that wooden log over there? Looks like a perfect place to rest. It's good to take in the sights once in a while, you know? Listen, I wasn't going to mention this, but since we're stopping here, I might as well. You should be more afraid to show your powers. You didn't have to fight with me. I could have handled all those beasts by myself. My powers? You mean the fact that I'm a druid? Why would I be afraid? Isn't Palmira free of any prejudice against druids? Yeah, it is, but you still won't find a single person on the island brave enough to be open about it. Talking about druid circles and using your abilities in front of strangers, it's bizarre. You know what I think is more bizarre? Hiding who you are when you don't have a reason to. I'm not going to apologize or act any different in front of you just because you don't like druids. You're going to draw unwanted attention to yourself, that's all I'm saying. You don't have to take my advice, but you're lucky you knew you could trust me. Truth is, I didn't. I didn't know I could trust you, but I didn't know that I couldn't either. That's just the way I choose to live my life. I thought Palmira was going to be different, but I see now it's the same as everywhere else. You're not how I imagined either. Wait a second, Vivian, did you hear that? Yeah, I heard it too. What do you think it was? It almost sounded like some sort of large beast. No, it couldn't be. I've lived on Palmira Island almost my entire life. There aren't any beasts that are particularly dangerous. Well, there's one. Killer ant. Okay. We'll go with puncture. Nice, yeah, that does some good damage. Oof, that's a hit. Shadow snare. Yeah, we're just gonna hit with whatever abilities we can here. Spawn baby. Baby ant! Okay, that's light element, so we'll hit it with dark. Good. Oh, I just realized if we... No, we've got bright slice, we should be fine. Maybe we should save one. Baby ant. Okay. You use shadow snare on that. Lukas, use bright slice on the dark one. Great. Spawn baby. Baby ant. Okay. Shadow snare on the light. Puncture on the killer ant. Nice. Dark veil. I'm assuming that increases dark resist. Yeah, we didn't do as much damage that time. But that's still more damage than just hitting it with a whip, so we'll just use whatever we have. And we don't have any more SP, so we're just going to have to use our basic attack. Nice, good job. 50 frost and a rare bottle. You're right, Vivian. I've never encountered a beast like that before in Palmira Woods. Yeah, I'm fine now. Thank you. It's like you were with me after all. You really know your way around a sword, don't you? I just don't understand how that beast came out of nowhere like that and attacked us. Especially one of that size. This is becoming one strange day. Well, it's gone now, and it can't attack anyone else. Let's count our blessings for that. Shall we head to Palmira Village now? I've had quite enough excitement for one day. Well, we made it to Palmira Village eventually. What are you planning to do now? Are you heading back to the inn? Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Actually, you don't mind showing me where it is, do you? Then I promise I'll be out of your hair. Huh? I thought you said you've been visiting Palmira Village for a while. Don't tell me you've forgotten where the inn is. Sorry. I guess that giant beast had shaken me up a little bit. I'd appreciate it as long as it's not too much trouble for you. Alright, do we want to keep going for a bit? Or do we want to maybe take a break? Let me just look at the time here. I think we might call it here. Yeah, that seems like a good natural spot to take a break. So yeah, we're going to call this episode here, and then next time on Villnoire, we will see what it is that Mayor Brandt has that why he bothered sending us that blank letter, and hopefully get to know a little bit more about Vivian and what she's really doing here. Something doesn't quite seem right about her. So, anyway, we'll leave it at that, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.